Chapter 7, Mishnah 2. The previous Mishnah taught that plants with Shemitah sanctity require beer if they do not last in the ground. The following Mishnah deals with items that do last in the ground and thus, despite having Shemitah sanctity, are not subject to beer. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. The sages stated another rule. Any produce that is food for people or food for animals, or a species used for dyeing and lasts in the ground, has Shemitah sanctity, and the money received for it has Shemitah sanctity. However, it is not subject to the laws of beer, and the money received for it is not subject to the laws of beer. And which types of produce are examples of these things? The category of plants used for human food that last in the ground include the roots and the wild loof, the root of the mint, arka banin, roots of the milky blossom, and buchria. And the category of species used for dyeing that last in the ground include madder and dyer's weed, resed letiola. All these products have Shemitah sanctity, and the money received for them has Shemitah sanctity. However, they are not subject to the requirement of biur, and the money received for them is not subject to the requirement of biur. The next Tana disagrees with the last point. Rabbi Meir says, even though the plants themselves do not require biur, the money received for them must be consumed, i.e. spent on food, before Rosh Hashanah of the 8th year, that is, before the end of Shemitah. Rabbi Meir holds that the money must be disposed of before Rosh Hashanah, because if it is left around any longer, one might forget that it has Shemitah sanctity and use it for business purposes. The sages replied. They answered him, these plants themselves are not subject to biur. How much more so for the money received for them? It is illogical to treat the exchange money, whose Shemitah sanctity comes from the original Shemitah produce, more strictly than that produce itself. Therefore, since the Shemitah produce itself has no biur, and certainly does not have to be destroyed, the money exchanged for it need not be destroyed either.